Greetings. This is your Earth Angel Vivi, and welcome back to my channel. So, I want to talk to you guys about some of the signs and symptoms that you have been shifting into a higher dimension. Perhaps you're going to the fourth and the fifth dimension, and you are starting to create your new reality for yourself. And so, I want to take a deeper look at some of the things that can happen and let you know that you are actually, the magic is starting to happen for you in your life. So if any of this resonates with you and you would like to walk in likeness with me, you can find me on Facebook for daily affirmations at Affirmations of Earth Angel Vivi. And you can hit the like button. You can share this video so that you can reach someone else that has been going through some perhaps awakening to their true self, and they're starting to have a higher sense of consciousness, and you want them to have a safe space to go to. And also, you can subscribe to my channel if you would like. You can email me if you have some words of wisdom, or if you would like to walk in likeness with me on my self-love journey. Perhaps you're on a self-love journey as well. Okay, so signs that the magic is starting to happen in your life and you are reaching a higher level of thought and awareness, and you are actually traveling to a higher dimension, perhaps in your sleep, maybe, or perhaps you're going there while you're daydreaming, and this can be quite a interesting experience. I can guarantee you from personal experience, it is powerful, and it can happen, while you're just, you thought maybe you were just sitting there quietly enjoying your lunch, and then the next thing you know, you've traveled somewhere and you come back floating on cloud nine, like, what was that? What happened? So it can all sound extremely magical. However, it is a part of the universe, and as we are all a part of the universe, and so it is very possible to start vibrating higher and come into a form of your truer self. And so let's talk about some of these changes that could happen. And I want to give a shout out to all of my learning coaches and my spirit guides that I use for reference, and also my personal experience is what really brings me to, this is how I get these downloads. And when I get them, I like to just go ahead and jump in and, start talking about it and get it out there when it's like really fresh to me, because I do get downloads that come from the Most High and that just reveal themselves to me. And so I'm going to reveal it to you, and you'll take what resonates and you'll forget the rest. Okay, so one of the things is you'll start to think about, you'll start to have a higher sense of truth, of the real reality and what's really going on, and you'll start to see things totally differently. What do I mean? A deeper look at that. I'm talking about the how we learn, how you learn. You'll start to see it in a different way. Some of the traditional ways will not completely inform you the way you like. You won't feel fully informed. You'll more so be looking for ancient wisdom, and you'll be using your intuition more to unlock an inner knowing that's within you, and you'll start looking inside, and you'll start looking to spiritual places for guidance, right? You'll start to question things more. Okay, and you'll start to realize that the best knowledge is the knowledge of self, and you'll start to go in within, and you'll start doing self-work and working on yourself and paying attention to what you're putting in your mind and what you're putting in your soul. That is one of the signs that you are going to be traveling to a higher sense of consciousness. Also, you'll start thinking about who you get your information from as far as what you want to eat and what you would like to put in your body. You'll start to recognize what truly fuels your body, and it will no longer, that information will no longer come from the usual places that you look. You won't be a part of, you won't be a part of the larger audience. You'll more so be thinking about what really fits for you. And like I said again, you'll start thinking about how you felt after you ate something, and you'll instantly just become aware that you need to cut that out and that you shouldn't have that anymore. Like I said, you'll start paying much more attention to your body naturally. This is something that's going to come from within, and it's because you are starting to get into a higher level of thinking. You are starting to have a higher sense of awareness and alertness to what is causing harm to your body and what is not actually, truly edible, right? And another thing is going to be family. So there's going to be certain like parts of your family where you're going to just start asking yourself, what is a family? Like, and who is my family and who is not my family, right? And you'll start to recognize some of you, and this is gonna sound very, very magical, and so this is only gonna resonate with some of you, right? And so you're gonna start to realize that you were birthed to a family. However, you don't truly belong in that family. You've probably always felt like the eyeball out, and you've come to an inner knowing that you actually are not truly from this planet. You have been sent here, right, and placed into your family for a higher purpose and a higher calling, and you're starting to wake up to that truth. Or it's starting to slowly, you're starting to slowly see glimpses of other places in the universe. You're starting to dream of going to places where maybe you see, creatures that you feel are more like you, right? And we've all had a dream where we're like, wait a minute, those were my people. Get me back in that dream, right? And so you're going to start to think of family differently. You're going to start to recognize that everybody is their own, person on their own, journey, and that if it doesn't fit in your life, you're no longer using those labels to hold you back and to block you from what is really out there for you. So you're going to start to feel the need to travel. That's another sign that you are shifting into a higher dimension, is that you're going to feel the need to travel. You're going to feel called to go to places, and also you're going to just start to find people that are also, on a journey, right? And it's going to just feel like the universe is just guiding you, forward, and you're going to start to trust that more. That's another sign and symptom of that. And another thing will be how you get your information, right? Like, so some of the ways that we get, informative feeds right now, they're no longer going to suit you. They may have suited you in the past, and they may still be relevant to some things, but you're going to more so focus and only, put the information, into your atmosphere that really helps move your existence forward, and that you recognize will help you to help others. You'll start to get on a path to wanting to help others. You'll start to get on a path to wanting to reveal your gifts. That's another sign that you are elevating yourself to a higher sense of consciousness. You are going to want to let people know that you have magic, or that you can sense other people's feelings. Maybe you're empathic, or you're a highly sensitive person, and you can tell when someone is in pain, or perhaps you are like, you have a gift of music, and you're going to start to be drawn more to your true gifts. You're going to start to recognize that that's the easiest way to communicate is by, using your gifts. And you're going to have success. You're going to start to have really good success when you start to break out of your shell and walk in your purpose and walk in what you were put here to do. And you're going to start to have a sense of an inner knowing of what that is. You're going to get closer and closer, right? You're going to feel the need to start searching and seeking out others that are, into what you're into, right? And you'll start to have a sense of, I need to find my soul tribe, right? You'll have this inner knowing that they're out there looking for you too. And you maybe even have dreams of them, and then boom, you're gonna like instantly get in correspondence with the person that you feel is like most like you. This is gonna happen. It may not have happened for some of you yet, or it may have already happened for some of you. And this will be, for each person it's gonna be different, but you do have to open yourself up to it. You do have to, center your mind, and meditation can help you. It can really help you. If you would like to get into meditating or chanting or just finding a way, whatever works for you that can balance your thoughts. I'm going to get some more ideas and do another video on some good ways to quiet your mind and open yourself up to your higher self. And so those are just some of the signs that you are going into another dimension. There's also really so sorry. There's also really quirky signs as well. There's things that I've seen. Okay, so we'll do story time. Things that I've seen in a higher dimension. Literally, I started to manifest really quickly, and I started to know, that I could tell some of my friends were that blessings were coming to them, and that, or I could tell that they were in pain, and that, I would get downloads that it was going to be handled, it was going to be taken care of, and that the pain would be taken away from them, or they would be healed. And of course I would, use the power of prayer to help manifest these things quicker. And I'm not kidding you, because I had been, elevating myself to this higher sense of consciousness. I started to manifest so many of these things so quickly that it freaks me out. Honestly, it freaks me out. And it was a really positive experience. And I've, been to different dimensions when I'm just standing there in the broad daylight, and I see people that I feel are in likeness with me. Some of these people are blue, and they're super cool. And they're I've just seen blue, figures that are really, taking me into an entirely different plane where I am floating, and we are communicating without speaking verbally. How cool is that? And they are welcome, about time, hi. And they're silly just like me, and so energetic. And okay, so I'm rambling, but that was story time for you on one of my adventures into a higher dimension. And it was very powerful to know that I have other beings, other, creatures in the universe that are on my side. That was very, very notable for me. And so maybe some of you have had an experience like this, right? And just one of many, or where you got a download from the universe, and maybe it came through and it was painful, perhaps, right? You got the tea on something, and it was okay, ouch, and you don't even know what to do with the info. You're who do I tell, right? Have you ever had that experience? I've had it on several occasions, and it can be quite interesting. And so this could be a sign that you were sent here to be, I don't know, maybe you were supposed to break some sort of, some sort of spell or some sort of curse that was placed, you know, around you. And perhaps maybe you're supposed to, you know, heal someone that you don't know yet that you're going to heal, right? And so coming into a higher sense of consciousness is a very, very positive thing. And I just want to congratulate you if you do feel these signs and symptoms that you are awakening into a higher dimension, a new dimension. And I do want to note that yes, you too are going to have the power of manifestation, right, as you reach your higher self. And it's going to allow you to magnetize positive aura, positive things to you, good things in your life, blessings, right? And closure to things that you've been searching for closure for, and healing, you know, inner healing of deep wounds that you may have that you think are just never going to be healed. But you can get that once you start elevating yourself. Okay, and so that was just a few. Literally, there are tons, and I'll do another video talking about going into different dimensions and what that can look like and feel like. And so I'll be back. So I hope that this video was, at the very least, extremely entertaining for you. And if you feel that this does resonate with you, I'm really happy for you. And I will see you in my next video.